Welcome to Vet Inspired, and today we're going to cover pet insurance. Is pet insurance worth it? And what are the top 5 companies of 2022? So the question is pet insurance worth it? And the short answer is absolutely. You never know when you're going to have unexpected expenses with your pet. You never know when your pet's going to have an emergency in the middle of the night, and it is important to have that backing and have somebody who will be able to help finance whatever is going on with your pet. Emergency visits can cost anywhere from $1,000 to $6,000, $7,000, depending on if your pet needs surgery or 24-hour monitoring for multiple days. So having pet insurance is totally worth it. Pet insurance companies typically offer multiple different types of plans. Usually they cover emergency visits, and some even cover wellness. Now, the thing when you're choosing what pet insurance to get and which plan to get, you have to decide, are you going to cover wellness exams? Wellness exams can run a couple $100s a year, but if you want to pay for that out of pocket, your monthly payment to your pet insurance may be a lot less. One question you might be asking is why pet insurance? If I could take that money and actually put it in a bank account, why do I need to have pet insurance? And I could just use that money to pay off the vet bills. And it sounds great in theory, but what happens when you get that $2,000 bill for the first time and you only have $2,000 saved up? Your fund is completely wiped out, and that care might not be over. So pet insurance can definitely be very important, and with the cost of veterinary care right now, it's something that's truly needed. I always recommend with pet insurance that you get it as soon as you get your pet, because we want to go through that waiting period, and we want to make sure you get it at the cheapest cost. You make sure you get it as no pre-existing or as little pre-existing conditions as possible, because honestly, pet insurance companies don't typically cover pre-existing conditions. So if your pet comes to the veterinarian and they have a luxating patella, they will not cover luxating patellas or anything else that would happen due to that, because it technically is a pre-existing condition. Now, this doesn't mean you should wait to get care for your pet, and it doesn't mean that veterinarians can eliminate or omit this on a record. The record is a legal document. If it was noted on the exam, they have to put it in, and you need to take care of your pet even if it's during the waiting period. So today we're going to cover 5 of the pet insurance companies that made it to Forbes 2022 list. And the first one we're going to talk about is Lemondade. Lemondade is only available in 36 states. So the problem with it is if you're in a state that accepts Lemondade and you move to a state that doesn't, you're going to have to get a new pet insurance company. And that means a new waiting period. You might have pre-existing conditions added onto it. So it is a little bit of a concern when it's not provided in every single state throughout the US. They do take any veterinarian in any of those 36 states, which is great. It also is very low cost. It's made for puppies and kittens. So if you have a puppy or a kitten, it is good for that because it is going to be on the cheaper end. On top of this, they don't have 24/7 vet access. And what I mean by that is you can't call, text, or email a veterinarian. And this is something that is newer for pet insurance companies. 10 years ago, you couldn't call, text, or email a veterinarian with a pet insurance company anyway. But the other companies do have it. Now we're going to talk about Figo. Figo is actually pretty interesting. I do know a couple people that use it, not that many, but I think it's starting to get bigger in the US with clients. Figo has something called a pet cloud. And I relate it kind of to social media for pets because you can actually connect with other pet owners in the area. You can see what's going on. You can arrange pet play dates, which is actually pretty cool. Not that great if you don't want your information out there, but if you're on social media, your information's out there anyway. So it's definitely something I would consider because it gives you more, a variety of options and a variety of different things that you can have with the company. They do have 24/7 access to a veterinarian, so you do have vet access. You can submit everything through an app, so the claims are submitted through an app. And the other thing that I really like about them is they keep all the vet records in one place. So when you go to the vet, you can upload your records. Everything's in one place. That way, if for some reason you're on vacation and you go to a veterinarian, you'll have it all there. They don't have to call multiple different hospitals or call a hospital that's closed. You'll have everything there so they can actually look and see the records. So it's definitely important for that. The one company that I'm truly interested in is Trupanion. And it's because they offer something different that not many, if any, other companies offering this. And it's direct access for payment. What that means is that if your bill's $100, they pay 90% of it. But you don't have to put out the $100. Now remember, with pet insurance, you have to pay the bill and the pet insurance company reimburses you. It's not like human medical care. So with Trupanion is set up through some, not all, vet hospitals where they can actually pay the hospital directly. So they would submit while you're in front of them the claim. Trupanion will pay the 90% of the bill and you just have to pay the 10%. So it's definitely great for the emergency hospitals or some of the other hospitals in the area. And if you have Trupanion, it might be worth to see which hospital accepts the direct payment, because then you can always walk out and not even have to submit anything yourself. Another insurance company is called Embrace. Embrace I have seen through many pet owners. They have no complaints about it that I've heard. Typically we'll hear them. They offer great fast payout. Everything's on their online portal. You can add options. You can even add training and grooming to your pet insurance. So if you have like a poodle that the grooming is going to cost $80 to $100, you can add that to your pet insurance and you can pay it throughout the monthly payment plans. Obviously, it'll cost more for adding all that stuff, but it is an option for you. With their variety of reimbursements and deductibles and their fast payouts, it's definitely something to consider. There's so many options for pet insurance out there, and it's important to really review them all, go through their websites, get a couple of different quotes. You always want to look at the waiting period, what they don't cover. You want to look at breed-specific restrictions because some companies do have them. You want to look at pre-existing conditions. You know, if your dog has an ear infection, does that make it so they can't cover allergies for the rest of their life? Because I've seen it happen. So it's definitely important to do your research. Make sure you're picking the correct company for you and for your pet. If you have any questions on what things are covered and what aren't, you can always talk to your veterinarian to see, what they mean by certain things, or even call the companies and get all the information directly from them. If you have any comments or you feel you had a great experience with a pet insurance company, drop a comment below so that way everyone can get their pets insured in 2022. And don't forget to subscribe so that way you get a notification every time I drop a new video.